Assalamualaikum, and my name is Muhammad Hazmi, and my team we will present about the mini project was system analysis and design, which is a physical room access control report. Our group name is MAMHR organization, and my group members is Azrul, Meerza, and Rohit. Our lecturer name is Puan Rohani Shah binti Yusof. This is the table of content. First, we have a system analysis and system design. Second one, we have the introduction and then system analysis. There are some subtopic in the system analysis, and after that, we have the conclusion and reference. So, for the introduction, welcome to the system analysis for the project to improve the physical access control system at the Bayan Baru, Penang, Office of Software Solution Technology. In order to replace the design physical access control facilities with a better organized access control system that will secure all entrance to software solution technology and all control rooms for restrict access. The project intends to replace the current physical access control facilities. In order to successfully install the new access control system, our crew has been interested with creating a system analysis that identifies the essential deliverable. We will analyze the physical access control facilities now in use to find any gaps in the system that need to be filled. We will look at the system hardware and software needs, access control policies and process, and the English integration of the new system with the existing IT infrastructure. Our study will create a roadmap for the project team to follow in order to ensure the new system effective installation. So next, I will pass to Rohit.
Okay, so 1.3 system analysis. So the question asked define minimum three different user category for the system with explanation. So we've written three, which is administrators, employees, and security officers. For administrators, these people are in total control of the access control system. They are in charge of setting up the system, establishing access policies, and controlling user accounts. They could also be in charge of maintaining the system and producing user activity reports. So for the employees, these are the users who require access to different parts of the company. Depending on their position and level of security clearance, they might have varying degrees of access. An employee in the finance department might simply want access to their department's office, whereas a person in the IT department would require access to the server room. And thirdly, the security officers. These users are in charge of keeping an eye on and implementing security regulations within the company. They might be able to watch security camera footage, look over access logs, and respond to security related events. Okay, so define system menu slash processes. So we are asked to define. So we've defined five, which is the first is identification and authentication. To gain access to restricted locations, users must provide legitimate credentials such as access card and biometric identifiers. Second is authorization. The system validates the user's credentials against the access control policies and procedures before granting or denying access. Thirdly, monitoring and logging. The system monitors and logs access events, including the user ID, date and time, stamp, and access status, either they are allowed or denied access. Fourth is reporting and auditing. The system creates reports and conducts audits to ensure that access control policies and procedures are followed strictly. And fifth is remote management and administration. The system enables administrators to remotely manage and administer the system, such as adding and deleting users, configuring access control devices, and monitoring access events. Okay, so we are told to design a functional decomposition diagram for the system, which is access control system. So for the entrance access control and restricted access control, there are four things that we have taken consider, which is ID reader, door lock mechanism, access control server, and security cameras. For the system and integration, um, there are security camera integration, access control server integration, and ID reader integration. So for the user management, there are four entities, which is user interface, user permission, user database, and user authentication. And lastly, power supply. There are two entities, which is backup power generator and electric wiring and cabling. So next, I'll um, give it to Mirza to continue.
Okay, so I'll explain about the context diagram. So we need to design a context diagram for our system. So which is there are three data entities, which is visitor, employees, and security personnel. And also we have one processes which is physical access control system, where the visitor able to request to access the system, and the physical access system has the rights to grant or block access for the visitors, while for the employees employees can access request access to access the system, and will grant the access. And as for the security personnel, they will verify the access permissions, and also they can allow or deny the access for both visitor and employees. And then we'll explain about DFD level 0. Okay, the question asks to design a data flow diagram level 0 for the system and provide explanations. Okay, so this DFD level 0 represents a system for upgrading Sophic solution technologies physical access control facilities into a systemic access control system. The system allows employees to request access to Sophic solution technologies facilities and restricted access control rooms. The access control process grants or denies access based on the employee's access permissions, which are stored in the access control list data store. The system ensures that only authorized personnel are granted access to Suffolk Solution Technologies facilities and restricted access control rooms. Okay, so as you can see in front, which is the data flow diagram of the Suffolk Solution Technology, which also they have three entities, which is visitor, employees, and security personnel. So if the visitor, which is a member or a user which is outside from the Sofit solution technology, tries to access the system, the access control will send alert notification to the alarm management, and the alarm management will send notification to the security event notification, and the security event notification will send notification to security personnel in the form of alert, so that the security personnel can apprehend or take legal actions to the visitor which are try to access in unauthorized ways. As for the employees, this employees can request access to the system to the access control, and then the access control will send access request from of the employees to the access request approval, which access request approval will store user access info into the configuration setting, and it will return value if the user info is in the database. And if the user database is inside the database, it will grant access request. And then the access request approval also will send the log access permission to the audit trail logging, and the audit trail logging will store access permission info to the access logs database. So I pass to Muhammad Azrul to
Okay,
explain the rest.
thank you for the Meerza. Now my turn. About 1.3.6 DFD level 1 for process A. For process A, uh, this process choose security event notification. If DFD level 5 represent a system for how security personnel know the visitor is not authorized user. If the visitor try grant access, the system will detect it and save the data to send to the security personnel. As you can see, okay, for this, there are two entity, visitor and security personnel. Okay, for the visitor, they will get to authorize visitor and it will go to the process action form security. And then action form security will go to the second process. There is save to the process data, like action to save data. And then the process will go to data, save the authorized user. Okay, they will save the data to pass to the other process. There is notification, send to the security personnel as notification. And the last one, the process notification will send to security personnel pop-up notification authorized user. Okay, that's for uh process A. For the process B, I choose authorized access. When a user with a authorized access attempt to access the system, it pass to the access control to check whether the user info is located in the system database. If the employee info located in the database will return value from the data processing system to the access control, and the employee will have the access to enter the system, and no action will be taken to the employee from the security personnel. Okay, you can see here. No, no. Okay, you can see the employee and security personnel have the entity same like the process A, but here there is only one data and two entity. Two entity, one data and two process. For employee, it will request the access to go to process action control, and action control go to process save to data processing, and it will go to database, employee database. Database will return access info to access control, and then it will grant the access. Okay, that's all. Okay, for conclusion, the improvement of the physical access control system at the Shopee Solution Technology Office in Bayan Baru, Penang, is a key project that must be careful, planned, and execute to ensure its success. Our team deliver a true system analysis that highlight the major deliverable need for the project. Shopee Solution Technology will be able to improve the security of its premise and restrict access control room by upgrading the physical access control facility into a systematic access control system. The new system will also improve the efficiency of access control management, contributing to the organization overall productivity. The cooperation and support of all stakeholders will be required for the successful implementation of the new access control system. We believe that with the roadmap offered by our system analysis, the project team will be able to effectively complete the project and achieve the intended result. Okay, for reference, I have two. One, for the Vera code, what is system development life cycle? WSELC, and the second one is the writer Nehati, what is function decomposition, process example and diagram. Okay, that's all from our. Thank you.